Good morning. How are you?
Olá, bom dia from Portugal at midday, going from the bom dia into the boa tarde here, where we live in Portugal. How are you today, Mrs. M?
Yeah, I'm raring to go once again. I've been working on my forecasts for the next season ahead. So yeah, I'm really quite buzzing.
I could see to my left there on the screen the plant pot, and I was tempted to see just how dry it was there. I might zoom in a bit to stop that distracting me in the corner of my eye there.
It shouldn't be that dry.
Please say hi in the chat. You've watered everything, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. May we begin by coming into the moment? Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Because that's what this show is
that.
about. Now, I'm not saying get all meditative-y at all. What I'm suggesting is we feel the weight of our body in the chair. Now, for some people, that is going to be useful to shut your eyes to stop the distraction of the plant pot, which is a really good example. That caught my eye.
Do you know what? I wasn't I wasn't distracted
it's
by
now
it.
the pink elephant, isn't it? It's now the pink elephant or the orange elephant in the room. So you might want to close your eyes for a moment. You may not. And I'm not asking you to get into the lotus position, light a joss stick, go and get your cheesecloth shirt or anything, or your leather waistcoat or anything like that. I'm simply saying do what you can to connect with being in your body as much as you possibly can in this moment. So that really is a matter of, to me anyway, getting your attention, your awareness, your consciousness, you might say. But again, consciousness is a bit of a trigger word, isn't it? It conjures up all sorts of ideas of bigger, grander things. Point your awareness at the inside of you now, okay? So you can start that by feeling the weight of your body on the chair. And I can feel my bottom on the chair, as we say in the UK, the bottom on the chair, the thighs on the chair.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Is it going to be easier for you to do that? Okay. I will keep my eyes open just so that anyone who's watching can see that two people haven't fallen asleep on an exciting television show on the internet. So yes, can you feel the weight of your body on the chair? Are you aware of that? Can you bring that into your awareness?
I want to shift, actually. Let me just...
Well, there you go. That's the first. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. You want to knock...
First thing I want to do is shift.
And knock your microphone over, push over a cup of tea.
I didn't do that.
All right. So you want to shift because what? The awareness of being in your body showed you that you're a little bit uncomfortable in your body.
Yeah, I realised I was actually a little bit sort of like perched weirdly on my chair.
Bingo! I mean, that's a great start. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because whilst we're in the mind and focused on the job in hand, which we tend to be for a lot of the time, don't we? We are not necessarily very caring or attentive to our body, which is sat on the chair, perched, and I don't know how you described it, in a precarious sort of way, possibly.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why. And what I'm noticing now, Carl, is that
really,
I've got more tension on one side of my butt to the other.
Which, until I drew your attention to it,
I was blissfully unaware of it.
Blissfully unaware of being a pain in the bottom.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, having a pain in the bottom.
That's not very nice.
Oops.
Freudian slip, Carl.
Any Freudian psychologist watching, message me afterwards. Right, okay, so there you are. You've turned your attention inward, and that's for me.
To my wonky bottom.
To the wonky, slightly painful bottom, or uncomfortable.
It's not painful.
It's uncomfortable.
I've just got a wonky bottom, I think.
Okay, you're aware of it.
Yeah.
Please now, don't go into a conversation with yourself about why you might have a wonky bottom.
Oh yeah, I could go right into past.
And anybody else who's watching,
my goodness.
Stop thinking about wonky bottoms now, all right? And just be aware of it. Just simply be aware of it, and keep scanning. What else? I mean, you're not only a wonky bottom, are you? There might be other wonkiness. There might be other perfection. There might be other. Let's stay out of the adjectives. There might be other realities, inner realities, or surface realities, because that's the way into the body, isn't it?
I'm definitely picking up the surface ones.
Okay.
I feel like I need warmer socks on. I just looked down at my feet because
they were blue.
No, they felt cold, and I thought, oh, I must have forgotten to put socks on. And I looked, and I am wearing socks, but obviously not thick enough ones.
Very good. Okay.
So I need, so yeah, okay.
Your body's getting some love, isn't it? If only in the form of a little bit of attention. Isn't that nice? Your lovely body is getting some attention, wonky or not. Anything else? I
realised one of my kidneys is exposed. You know, I need to pull down my
That
top a
sounds
little
really
bit.
gory.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
What, the surgery was a bit shoddy.
Well, no,
Was
it's
it?
so funny because like your mum, like Carl's mum, because obviously you've not met her.
I have.
You have,
Oh, right, yeah.
but like anyone
I've known her all my
listening,
life.
yeah, you have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Carl's mum is Chinese, and you know she really talks about keeping, you know, your like kidneys nice and warm, and that is something that mums definitely do in England. You know, my mum and my grandmother, for instance, were always pulling my tops down to make sure that, you know, my lower back was always sufficiently kept warm.
And here in Portugal, grandmas.
Oh my goodness!
Do
Yes.
you remember the other day when that lady who came around, Aida, who gave us all the lovely Portuguese
Oh yeah,
food?
she was horrified that our kids had
bare feet. Yes, right. So it was all going really well, wasn't it? Until she went,
Yeah.
ah, he's got bare feet. He's going to be cold. He's going to be cold.
Yeah.
So that's also great.
Mm.
And not that she is aware of it as a concept, but you are aware of it as having a slightly chilly back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've conceptualized that or referenced that as the kidney area. Because you don't know that there's actually a kidney in there. Or not,
I've never seen my kidneys before.
But what you do know as a living
I know people
reality,
talk about them.
Yeah, right. And physiology and anatomy books that we have around the house and so on would lead us in that direction. But the reality of it, the actual objective fact to you right now is having brought your awareness to it, is that you're slightly chilly on your back. Great. And you can make the necessary adjustment if you wish.
Yeah.
Anything else before we move on and ask people about the new reality for them and what's changed for them at this time? Anything else? Because I'm definitely getting into my body on the chair, feeling the weight of my thighs on the chair. I feel my hands on the desk, and it's like, so what? You might, you know, watching new reality TV. I'm like, why are they doing this? Why aren't they talking about what the new reality is and what's changed for me?
Well, you know what? You know, I really said that this is a show for everyone else, actually, and that we would run it from everyone's comments. Nobody's joined us yet. So
we know you're watching.
Yeah, we can see that there are people watching.
Yes.
Nobody's actually joined us in the chat room yet. So
it might be that they've got into a conscious awareness of their
inner
world.
They might actually be in their inner world.
Yes.
Right.
And if you are and you don't want to come out of it, that's
totally
fine by us, isn't it? That is absolutely fine. That's mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned.
But yeah, for my new reality right now, I realize that being a lot more conscious of feeling okay in my physical body is really important. Yeah. You know, last night I did a show for New Reality TV called Ask Louisa. It's my first one. Yeah. And immediately before it, I had a mad rush. I thought I was completely prepared. And you know what it's like when you're about to do something, a bit like if you're going for a job interview or something, you all of a sudden then think, oh my God, I forgot to do that, and that. And then I realized that the computer was a bit clunky. And so I rebooted it with moments to go. Not a great look, I have to say. Yes. And it's noted. I'm going to reboot a good half an hour, maybe an hour before, to make sure I'm much more prepared next time. But
yes,
you know, so be it. We learn our lessons, don't we?
We certainly do.
But I was,
if we're lucky,
I was rushing, you know, in my body, and I loved doing it. You know, it was great fun, you know, to kind of be delivering and to be looking at charts and kind of having my attention in so many different places. Afterwards, I was so exhausted in my body.
Yeah.
So I could have done with actually doing more of this.
You should watch the moment. Oh,
I should have actually sat down. I should have called you. Yes. You know, you asked me, do you want some support? Yes. I should have said yes, not with the computer, but I should have said, Carl,
run that process.
Get me to breathe and sit calmly for a minute. And that would have been the best preparation.
And you know what?
What?
I'm going to put out an invitation now.
Okay.
If you think whilst we're presenting the moment that we're getting a bit giddy in our heads.
Yeah.
Should we welcome people to call us? Not, I mean, it sounds accusatory to say call us out, but remind us, to give us a reminder that you're not breathing, or you know, you're in your head.
Yeah.
How about we come into the moment?
Well, you can like when I was doing like training in hypnosis, you can hear the difference of where somebody is in their consciousness by their voice.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where they're speaking from.
Yeah, I mean, like when people are sounding really nasally, they're a lot more in their head.
Yes.
And you know, when you can really hear when somebody's talking from their diaphragm.
You can, can't you?
And really talking from their conviction, it's so much stronger. So.
And that's why acting comes from there, isn't it? Now, whether or
Yeah, I
not
guess
the
so.
actor is truly conscious of their inner environment and they're coming from there, they've at least learnt the technique, haven't they, to project from the belly.
Yeah, you're very good at that.
And
I mean, like we
Brian
have
Blessed.
to, we have to balance our
Oh yeah, so I'll turn
mics,
my
don't we?
microphone down a bit. Sorry.
Because Carl, your voice is so much more booming than mine. You're really good at it. Okay. See, we've got some more people joining us.
We do, and this is the paradox of inviting people to come into the moment. They're not interested in putting comments on the screen. We should delay that. We'll say hello, then we come into the moment, and then we start talking. But Deb, thank you so much for taking that. I think.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, I think what you're saying there. Yeah, thanks for coming back. I think maybe what you're saying there is, getting in the chair, being in the body, and really experiencing what we're doing with your whole body, if you like. That'll be another way of talking about it as well, or even thinking about it, considering this. And Donna Marie also with us from Dominica. Always fantastic to see you on the screen,
Donna. How are you doing today?
Who says as well, we're settling in the moment with you. So there again, too busy, not too busy, but doing something else, doing something more important than typing onto the screen. It's very. Hey,
Donna, I don't know if you know yet, but you were featured on last night's show. You were one of the names that I pulled out of the hat.
Yep, you were there. You've had I don't know if you've heard that yet, Donna, if you've watched the recording, because that's, of course, what you can do. Join us live. We can come together live in the moment. That's the idea. Midday GMT, London, Lisbon time. And I believe we're repeated, aren't we? Like a pickled egg. Like a virtual digestive pickled egg, or partly digestive pickled egg through the rest of the day. Yeah. Not the best metaphor.
No.
I recently had a very painful pinch in my lower back. I was able to do a healing meditation to wash that pain away. Isn't that fantastic?
That is amazing.
Literally, by going into my body and let the white light wash away the pain. I absolutely love that. And it's possible, isn't it? It's possible to take the first step in pain relief, to objectively be aware of it rather than think about it. Because I think what happens when you think about pain, it tends to amplify the idea of pain, doesn't it? Whereas if you, I'm looking at you pain, I'm being with you pain, sometimes that in itself is enough to alleviate and lighten the load. And I don't mean to diminish anybody's serious chronic pain with this, but try it. see what happens.
Yeah, I remember when I was doing my NLP training, I had a headache, and one of the instructors came to me. You glitched then. I don't know if you saw that, Carl. That was. I swear I saw you glitch. Right, okay. We're kind of in and out of realities, but
I'm doing a lot of that at the moment, and that comes back to what is your new reality and what's changed for you.
Yeah, but I was. I mean, to be fair, when I was learning NLP, it's quite a long time ago now. That felt like entering into a new reality. You know, visualizing the pain as if it was a shape, as if it had a color, as if it had a texture, a smell, a taste. A speed, whether it was moving, and then, you know, like what Deb was saying, you know, with the white light, being able to change those markers and experience the pain in a whole new way. And the power of the mind and the power of visualization, I mean, it was really quite stunning and staggering to me. You know, that, you know, we're running around all the time with all these different thoughts and feelings in our head, and in our body as well. And we're not consciously aware of some of the damage we might be doing to it. Oh, excuse me, I need a bit of water.
You're getting a bit raspy. I'm just going to read a couple.
I
am
of comments. A bit raspy.
You go ahead and do that. Well, you have been doing a lot of talking recently.
Yeah, I have.
on New Reality TV. So that was the comment there that you're referring to. The lower back pain, the painful pinch, and visualizing the white light was enough to wash away the pain there. Definitely try that. Obviously, seek professional help and analgesia if you need it. But what a great start that is. Absolutely, says Deb. I lived with chronic pain for almost 2 decades. I've been able to transpose that pain. But look at that.
That's amazing.
You see, it's all very well for me to say it, isn't it, and suggest it. But when somebody like you, Deb, can actually own it and speak from their own experience, that is so beautiful. So thank you. Absolutely. Chronic pain, almost 2 decades.
That's
have been able to transpose, good choice of words there as well, right? That pain by taking the time to go inside. And that, I'm so glad we did that this morning. I mean, that is part of the moment, isn't it? It's coming into the moment, going inside. Where are you right now? That is the question we're asking at midday, as well as what's your new reality? what's changed for you.
Can I just share something?
Yeah.
Deb, I mean, that's really moved me because, you know, when you're in chronic pain,
2 decades.
there's nothing you can think about other than that pain.
Mm.
So to be able to have the presence of mind and the stillness and the calmness and the assurity that you would be able to get through that, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the worst pain I've ever had is like birthing 3 children. And, you know, as painful as that is, you do know that there's an end to it. You know that it will take as long as it takes. But to have that kind of pain when you don't know where it's going to end, that's really impressive. Thank you for sharing that.
Which reminds us, we had a message, did we not, from a midwife who you know very well.
Yeah. She's going to come on the show and talk about.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah,
May I say what blew my mind when she was coaching you when you were giving birth to Solomon? You know, you were verbalizing the situation, the pain that you were in.
Yeah, I think I said, I feel like I'm about to die.
Yes.
Something like that.
And she asked the question, who is saying that? And I was, what? It's obvious my wife is in pain and she's saying that. But then I thought, oh, it's like, what? Where is that voice coming from? Which faculty of us, of you, was saying that in the moment? And it was all very well for me as a bystander. Yeah, she's right. You know, all you've got to do is just think about where that voice is coming from. But it was very profound. I don't know if it helped you in that moment or not, but it stuck with me. Just generally speaking, to consider what is saying what is going on in our heads. Does, you know, like, you know, from Access Consciousness, who does that belong to?
Yeah.
Is that really me? Or what part of it might it be? And I think we can only get access to that by stopping, coming into the moment and considering it as a proposition. Excellent. Solomon took his time because he's got patience. He actually didn't, did he?
No, he was out very quickly.
Yes.
In fact, all of my children, our children, my children with you, they've all kind of popped right out. I've been very fortunate.
Yes.
I wouldn't have been able to do my births if I'd had like 24-hour labors. Oh my goodness. So
she sounds like she's a doula. She's actually does describe herself as a midwife, but though she does have doula-ish tendencies, and literally wrote the book.
Tom? Woo, hi,
Tom Evans is here. Good morning, Tom. She literally writes and lectures about natural childbirth, doesn't she? An extraordinary woman. May we name check her now? Or do we wait till we bring her on?
Let's wait until we bring her on the show.
Fair enough.
I mean, she's got a wealth of experience. I think she's in retirement now, but
she's amazing. What prompted her to get in touch? Because it wasn't to do with childbirth and being a midwife, was it? It was a different subject altogether. Was it about the new reality?
Yeah,
itself?
we were talking about the first show,
Yes.
And she saw it and got in touch and said that she'd like to come on and talk about birthing. I think we were talking about birthing processes, you know, like and being in the moment and so on and so forth.
Le Boyer, those famous names in new childbirth, the new reality of childbirth, and she's part of that. She's totally part of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, it's nearly 20 past the hour of our half-hour show.
Oh my goodness.
We should perhaps ask you, what's your new reality? This is New Reality TV, of course. This is the moment we're on here at midday every day in our time and repeated throughout the day. If you are watching this on a replay, still do get in touch. Please send us a message and make sure you follow the Facebook group as well for New Reality TV too. We would like to know, wouldn't we? We were talking about our own symptoms, I suppose, of feeling like we're in a new reality.
Yeah.
And arguably, we always are, aren't we?
Yeah.
We always are in a new reality. I think it's about the level of intensity. There is something going on at the moment, isn't there?
So what signs have shown up for you? And what new reality are you working towards?
Yes.
You know, like when you think about those words, what's coming up for you? What are you committed to, maybe?
Yes. So do please let us know what comes to mind. I was watching a great show with Will and Karen, and they were talking to an intuitive healer on developing the intuition, and it came up. You know, the first answer is often the best and right answer, isn't it? Right as in deepest or most profound or most useful. So when we ask the question, what's your new reality? What's changed or is changing for you as we speak in this intense, accelerated, awful sometimes.
Yeah.
Time in human history. What is going on? So please let us know in the chat there, if you will. Just going back for a moment to your astrology show of last evening, which was very good. It was a great debut, if I may say so.
Thank you very much.
How do we get our name in that hat? How do people go about that?
Okay, Deb, there is a form, a Google form, and if you pop your name on it, I'll need your time, place, and date of your birth. I'm losing my voice again. Sorry.
That's all right. You carry on. I'll just pass on the message from Jackie. Hi, guys. Lovely. Do you want to have a good cough? I'll drop you as fader for a moment. There you go. Hi, guys. Lovely to... You can hear her on my microphone. Hi, guys. Lovely to finally catch the show live. It is great to have you here, Jackie. What's going on for you? I happen to know that things are changing for you in your living life, if you like. But do you feel that as part of a general new reality for humanity, for humankind? What's changing for you at the moment? Sorry, back to you. How to get involved? How to get your name in the hat?
In yesterday's show, in the show notes, there should be a link to a Google form. And I need your name, your date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, and then a short description of what you'd like to know about. And then every time I do a show, I'll pull a name out of the hat.
All right.
And it's as simple as that.
Okay.
So you might get selected, you might not, but it's the luck of the draw.
Donna Marie delighted there, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I didn't. Brilliant. Well, you can go back and watch that as well in the way that Louisa is describing. Talking of which then, on your show last night, the new reality, what's changing for people? I mean, given that astrology is the celestial map of humanity, if you like, or timeline, were there things that people were asking that signal to you this new reality and what's changing for people?
It was kind of funny because usually when I do 3 or 4 or 5 pop-up readings, the people who were selected out of the hat intuitively, they've nearly all got similarities. Like as an astrologer, I get a lot of people with certain degrees that are highlighted that in their birth charts that relate to my birth chart. So I guess it's a bit like you attract the kind of person to work with that you kind of resonate with, I guess. But yesterday we had 2 people, Donna was one of them, who had an emphasis around 27 degrees in the sign of Sagittarius, which I do too, but also the launch date of New Reality TV, their launch chart also has this 27 degrees Sagittarius resonance, and that connects with the galactic center, the galactic center of our galaxy. It's the center of our galaxy. It's the place of I guess it sounds really woo-woo and out there, but it's known.
It's not like you.
Yeah. But it's aligned to the core of everything. The core of everything that we know and don't know. More importantly, it's a really cosmic point. If you think of the center of our galaxy, it holds all of the information, and it is known to emit frequencies out from it, which at some level we're capturing, we're aligning to. So me and the 2 other people and the chart, and also Tom has a resonance with that degree as well. Tom Evans, one of our fellow presenters, and now New Reality TV, we've all got this resonance to 27 degrees Sagittarius, which is aligned to the core of the galaxy. So there is something, I think, mysterious, as yet unknown, that's coming forwards that will kind of manifest in its own sweet way. I think the most important thing is that we are really present to the fact that we are spiritual beings as well as physical beings. And I think if we're open to possibilities and staying in conversations with each other, I just think what's meant to come forwards will come forwards naturally. So that was, I just think the connection is just showing up a lot more.
Something just happened then. Your voice changed slightly.
Did it?
Were you aware of that?
No.
As you began to warm up and flow forth there and talking about the celestial center, something occurred there.
What, like an authority?
It was a bit channely. It was quite amazing. So Tom.
Well, that is what I do. Actually, the galactic core or the galactic center is, where we can all channel from.
Right.
So yeah, thank you for recognizing that.
Oh, just watching Silo. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. Is that a series on Apple TV?
No
My
idea.
new reality feels like I've stepped out of it. Knowing Tom as we do, Tom is
Tom was
is
the wizard at
operating,
our wedding, wasn't he?
and is operating on a number of new realities all at once.
Yeah,
I
multi-dimensional
think
being.
as well, the wizard. Yes, indeed. And for Jackie, for me personally, I'm looking forward to my new reality. I'm working towards it, and all I want is to be in Portugal. I don't care if I'm living in a box.
Oh,
I feel
Jackie.
a song coming on. I just need to be there. And I'm hearing there, Jackie. Have you? Is it like your new reality will start when you get here, or might it be that your new reality is starting now and they're talking about it, and maybe that might help a bit to consider that it's not all over there, you know. And this is the thing about being in your body, isn't it, and being in the moment. If your new reality is in Portugal when you get here, that might be a very different experience to being in your new reality now, of which Portugal may become a part in the near future. So just a little...
Oh, I love that. May I add something?
Yes, of course.
Jackie, I always think it's, you know, like when we're trying to connect into a new reality of some sort, it's helpful to connect in with the senses. And, you know, there's a few things that really stand out for me about Portugal, and that is the fresh organic lemons, the fresh oranges, the blue sky. Okay, you might not get that in the UK
it's
currently.
A kinesthetic experience right here.
And also olive oil.
Right.
If you were able to, I don't know if it works for you. I don't know like how you work with your own senses, but if you were able to check in with the energy of lemon or olive or orange, or that kind of sky blue, that bright sky blue color every day, and just kind of hold it in your reality and kind of work with it in a way that, you know, it might just be that you have, you bite into a lemon, or you have a bit of lemon juice or freshly squeezed orange juice. I love lemon, sorry.
No, but
it's not for everybody.
But everyone's
like, mouth's watering now. Yeah,
yes.
Everyone's foaming at the mouth now.
Yes.
Or if you've got something like a cushion or an item of clothing that is sky blue, like that really lovely, intense blue, blue. That will help. Or sardines, if you like sardines, and you can get hold of them.
Evoke through the senses your reality.
Bring your reality forward.
Oh my word, that's really cool.
Eat it up, smell it, and
rather than having it down the end of the street.
Yeah,
as
bring
a plate
it really forward.
Bring it into your reality now,
absolutely.
Then possibly, Jackie. As a suggestion, not telling you what to do, but just see how you get on with that. Hey, Carl. Hey, Louisa, Carl, everyone.
Hey, Jodie.
I'm late again, so we'll catch up. You're not late. You're in the moment.
Yeah, you arrive when you arrive.
Wow. So much is changing. Definitely being in the moment is my aim for my new reality. And that's an interesting, again, paradoxical thing, isn't it? The new reality suggests something out there, but being in the moment is as much an access to the new reality as ideas of what might be out there and what it's about. Yeah. Right?
I don't know how much time we got left, but if
2 minutes.
if I may, I was just recording some forecasts, because the North Node is changing signs in a couple of days' time now.
Right.
It kind of brings on a sort of karmic feel in terms of karmic destiny, and it is always showing where humanity is pointed at.
Yeah.
And the faith in the unknown, faith in the unscripted, faith to step out of your own scripted narrative. They are the key things that are coming up right now. And so the more we can kind of step out of the busyness, and the more we can kind of sit in the unknown and feel completely relaxed about not knowing what's coming next, but just kind of feel into it.
Yep.
And notice what's going on in your body, what new possibilities pop up at that moment. I think that's what we're meant to be doing. So I hope that's helpful.
I'm not laughing because of you saying that. I'm laughing at Tom Evans's better half referring to him as Dobby the house elf, watching a dystopian post-apocalyptic series right now. But we've got to go. Thank you very much for being here. I think the takeaway today...
What are we doing tomorrow?
Well, we haven't got time to discuss it, but please send us messages of what you'd like to discuss tomorrow, or we'll just keep picking up and running with this idea.
We will be interviewing people next week as well.
We will. So. We've got to go. The key message, feel into it. Feel your way into it. Take care. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
Lots of love.